Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Bad news for Ukraine and Hungary. The relationship, if there was any, is getting even more sour. And the reasons are complex, and I think they date way back in time. And I think part of it has to do with Transcarpathia, which is one portion that was given to Ukraine, actually to Soviet Union, from Hungary, and now is part of Ukraine. Ukraine has many territories that remained on as part of Ukraine from the former Soviet Union, that Soviet Union took from other countries. So when Soviet Union took certain kind of territories from Poland, from Romania, from Hungary, they took all these things after the Second World War and during the Second World War and even before, talking about, not before, but talking about Romania, it happened in 1940 via an ultimatum by Stalin, not the Russian, he was not a Russian, he was a Georgian. The biggest criminal was a Georgian. They call it biggest criminal because, his orders and all that, but when people try to drag Russia down, they mention Stalin and Soviet Union. But Stalin was not a Russian and Russia was not Soviet Union. Ukraine was as much Soviet Union as Russia was. But anyway, there's a minority, it's about 200,000 Hungarians almost, I think, living in Transcarpathia, in Ukraine. And their rights as a minority, ethnic minority living in Ukraine are not really respected according to the Hungarian and the Romanians about their minority living in Ukraine. But anyway, what happened now? You know that Hungary, Orban tried to keep Hungary as much as possible out of this BS and did not join the hysteria of, the sanctions and all that. It stayed outside as much as it could. Obviously, it was called all kind of names, including Hungary. The problem is Orban does what Hungarians want him to do, not what Brussels people want him to do. So there's a problem right there. So he's looking for the interest of his Magyars, Hungarians, which is actually that's why he was elected, not by Brussels, he was elected by Hungarians. So we have a little problem here. Things escalate between Hungary and Ukraine. We have this fantastic foreign minister of Hungary, Peter Szijjártó, who is an extraordinary guy with balls, brains, everything you got. And let's see, he's got everything, let's put it this way. Positive. Ukrainska Pravda. Ukraine threatens Hungary's sovereignty because Zelensky wanted to blow up Druzhba pipeline. Hungary's foreign minister, Mr. Peter Szijjártó. This comes from Wednesday, 17th of May 2023. Peter Szijjártó, Minister of Foreign Affairs of Hungary, has stated that Ukraine threatens Hungarian sovereignty due to alleged, remember, intentions to blow up the Druzhba friendship pipeline, which supplies Russian oil to the country and Czech Republic and Slovakia and Poland and other countries. So it's not only Hungary, but remember, this is Ukrainska Pravda. They want to make it like direct love affair between Hungary and Russia. Okay, keep that in mind. Source, Index, citing Szijjártó during a speech at the Hungarian embassy in Austria on Wednesday. According to the head of Hungarian diplomacy, Ukraine is becoming, and I'm quoting, increasingly hostile to Hungary. Because from September 1st, oh my God, 1939 by any chance? And I'm quoting, Hungarian schools in Zakarpattia, Transcarpathia, will not be able to work, end quote. And the Hungarian bank OTP, that's another big problem, Ukraine has been included in the list of international sponsors of terrorism. In addition, Szijjártó referred to an article by the Washington Post, according to which Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky allegedly, that is some people say, proposed to blow up the Druzhba oil pipeline, which supplies oil to Hungary. Remember this, okay? Allegedly proposed to blow up the Druzhba oil pipeline. Pipeline. It was mentioned in the article published in the pro-government Hungarian publication Origo, which appeared on Wednesday morning. It claims that Ursula von der Leyen, the president of the European Commission, allegedly approved the bombing of Druzhba. And I'm quoting, such a threat contradicts Hungary's sovereignty because the security of energy supply is a matter of sovereignty. If someone calls for the impossibility of Hungary's energy supply, he is actually attacking Hungary's sovereignty. End quote. Szijjártó commented, logical and intelligent. He also promised to block any military aid to Ukraine at the level of the European Union until Kiev revokes the status of an international war sponsor for the OTP bank. Background. Hungarian government spokesman Zoltán Kovács published a column claiming that EU and NATO became parties to the war in Ukraine due to the supply of weapons to Kiev. I totally agree with that. I mean, without your weapons, the guys will not be able to kill the other guys. So what does that mean? And if we would not be involved, then you would not supply weapons. And if you would be impartial, you would supply the other side as well. And you don't supply the other side. So remember when I said here, allegedly proposed to blow up the Druzhba oil pipeline? Well, here we have, let's start with this. On the 10th of May, I made this video, okay, on an article where it says major Russian oil pipeline supplying EU bombed by Ukrainians. Russians report. So the Russians reported that a major oil pipeline was bombed, they claim, by the Ukrainians. But nothing would happen. It was just some empty things. I thought maybe not, maybe whatever. So this goes to maybe whatever this guy said. But wait, I found this little article here from the Insider, which is not Russian, is not Hungarian. And this is from May 14th, 2023. And this is the headline. Zelensky proposed bombing a Russian pipeline and using long-range missiles to hit target outside Ukraine's borders. Leaked documents show. So, you see, allegedly proposed to blow, which applies. This is an article from the Washington Post. Whatever, as I have this article from the Insider right here, and you can find it. It's Home Military Defense. So let's see, by Catherine Tangarlakis Lippert. So that probably is some Greek. Okay, let's see. Oh, what's wrong? You can't poop? Like I'm gonna burst in laughter right here. Okay, let's see. So, intelligence documents leaked last month offered a glimpse into Ukraine's wartime strategy. The Washington Post, that we're talking about, reported Volodymyr Zelensky considered drastic steps to win leverage over Moscow. Among the Ukrainian secret plans, occupy Russian villages and bomb an oil pipeline. All right? Military intelligence documents leaked online reveal Ukrainian President Zelensky, Zelensky considered plans to attack beyond Russian borders to gain the leverage. Among the extreme strategies, Zelensky considered occupying Russian villages, bombing an oil pipeline to transfer Russian oil to Hungary, and firing long-range missiles at targets beyond the Russian border. Do I need to go further than that? Do I need to read more? I'm trying to find here. During a mid-February meeting with Deputy Prime Minister Yulia Sviridenko, Zelensky proposed Ukraine, and I'm quoting, blow up the Druzhba pipeline, which delivers oil to neighboring Hungary, though U.S. intelligence officials conveying the details of this meeting in the leaked intelligence document indicated Zelensky was, and I'm quoting, expressing rage towards Hungary and therefore could be making hyperbolic, meaningless threats. Well, I don't know if it's meaningless. Remember this one? I don't know if the Russians did it. They are so smart to get them in trouble or not, but hey, he said it. So that's about it with this article here. Now it's up to you to try to figure out, as I said, we are with this news in the world, we are like on a alley, not very wide, and it's dark, kind of dark. It's in the evening or night, and you know there's a lot of shit on the ground. You know, people just took things on the ground. But you have to go from here to there, and it's about, I don't know, let's say 25 yards, 25 meters, and it's dark. So you know that they are there, which is the news, you know, but you have to slalom jump like this so you don't, you know what I mean, your shoes, beautiful shoes, okay? And you're gonna have to jump and so this is us through this guy's news. We have to find which one is lying less, or to verify if this is that, if this is what, whatever. The problem is here. Zelensky, according to the leaked documents, said that he would blow that pipeline up. There's no way around it. Showing rage against Hungary. Hungarians look at the Washington Post, who reported that leaked documents, and say that is an attack on our sovereignty. We don't like you anyway, and you don't like us anyway. So on top of that garbage, you add more. And it's true. It's like, for instance, you have one stream of water coming in your, with, you know, drinking water, comes from his territory into your territory. That's the only one you got. And let's say he decides to block it or divert it around your country. That would mean war right there, because it's your survival. No, that's exactly what this pipeline would mean. Oil coming or not coming to the Hungarian economy and Hungarian people ultimately. And these guys are in charge to help and make sure that they are provided that. So yeah, I'm inclined to my personal assessment. I have no evidence. How should I put it? No evidence. Evidence is that those are the leaked documents. That's the evidence. Then these guys printed it, and then the Szijjártó said this is an attack on our sovereignty. I agree that that would be an attack of the sovereignty. The attack already happened in Druzhba on May 10th. It was. So it happened already. Those guys, the bad guys, said it was these guys. No, there's no way for me to verify that. So based on all this information, well, it's kind of like not good. You know what I mean? Well, anyway, we'll see. Things will escalate over there. I already have another article ready where the Hungarians said, you know what, we're not going to agree to €1 to go to Ukraine for military or any aid. I think it was military. I will make that video in a minute because it's very complex, and it seems like these guys are going to get in a little thing over there. And unfortunately, Hungary doesn't have the Americans on their, you know, on their side, and the Americans are unfortunately dictating what's going on over there. And the Americans have their Trojan horse in Europe, which is not Germany. Germans are weasels. Poland. Poland is the Trojan horse of America. And there, between Poland and Hungary is Slovakia, a little strip of Slovakia. Now, I don't know, well, nothing about war or anything like that, but things will escalate between Hungary and Ukraine. I am 99% certain they will go higher. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.